Hey everybody, Sean here, and today I'm hanging out with my brother Tim, and we're going to be cruising in his little Fiat X1 Honda powered, supercharged Honda powered, and we're going to be heading over to a local Cars and Coffee over here in Portola Valley, and let's get this day started. Come on. It's going to be a fun ride. Maybe I should have taken my painkillers this morning. Alright, so you're going to pay $3.09 a gallon? Put premium this? Yeah. $3.09 a gallon. That's Chevron. Cheap. Unfortunately, we're getting reports from the Cars and Coffee that...
Can you hold on to my phone?
Oh, I'm holding it for you. We're getting reports from the Cars and Coffee that it's already over. People are leaving, so we kind of missed it.
Well, what are you?
So we're gonna zoom by, check it out anyway, and then just go for a little mountain cruise, maybe. It's very warm over here in your part of the Bay Area.
But it has a setting for that as well, if I had one.
On some RX-7s, that's pretty badass. There it is, right up here. I see it, Tim. Hey, Tim. Oh, you're a celebrity, Tim.
How about I say this for
Alrighty then.
Blue Mariner instead of Mariner Blues without the E's.
They're hilarious. You gotta love those guys.
You can tell because you can feel it. If you feel it, you can feel they put a sticker over the sticker.
Oh, I got you.
But this is very typical Ferrari. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool story for this car.
One of one.
One of one for sure. Smurf blue Ferrari 430. Oh my God. Beautiful. What do you think of that? That's a Miata colored Ferrari right there. Pretty awesome. All right, I finally found a Japanese roadster, and unfortunately it's a Honda S2000.
They just rip out of the frame.
Look at that beauty. Alrighty, we're rolling. So we just finished the Cars and Coffee is broken up. Hi there. We're just gonna head out for a little cruise, and actually never really talked about, while we have some quiet time, we never really talked about what's so special about this car. It's not obviously a normal Fiat X1 with a little putt-putt motor. It has a, why don't you tell them what it has,
Sure.
Tim?
So what makes this car so special is the fact that it was what we call a K20 swap, or K-series swap. This particular one is out of an Acura car. It's a K20 A2, which is a dual overhead cam, chain driven, 2 liters.
And in itself, the K20 is capable, when it's tuned, naturally aspirated at what, 180 horsepower at the wheels, roughly, something like that?
At the wheels, sure.
Yeah, but this isn't just a naturally aspirated motor. As you've heard, it is a boosted motor. It's got a supercharger, right?
It's got a Rotrex C30 supercharger. C30 is probably the smallest one that you could fit. And for my car and the space I have, it's the biggest one I could fit.
Right.
And so it's yeah, and it adds about you know, give or take, depends upon your intercooler setup and how you can handle the boost. You could probably squeeze close to 100 horsepower out of it.
Do you know what? I mean, you haven't tuned this yet, so do you know what it's running at?
It's been pure butt dyno for me. And
what do you think?
I'm guessing probably like 60s when I'm squeezing out.
So you think you're at about 250 wheel horsepower right now?
I'm guessing 250.
Wow. In a car that's only 1,900 pounds or less?
1,900 and change, maybe. Yeah. Maybe a little less. I've cut out a few things here and there.
All right, let's see what it does. Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
Let's roll.
20 minutes later.
Alrighty.
Beautiful day.
Gorgeous day. Great day for a drive. Even funner if this guy would move his CRV.
One eternity later.
Calgary Flames. Yeah.
What are the Flames? The hockey team?
I guess.
Calgary. Never been.
Are cars really going that fast where this car cannot go, make a left? What is he doing?
There's a center lane.
I don't know what he's doing. Alright, so we checked, did a quick check the ways to make sure there are no pops up here so we can try to open this thing up a little bit.
So as we said earlier, the car hasn't been properly dynoed, so there are...
Is it safe to be driving like this?
It is safe because it's a programmable ECU, it's the K-Pro system from Honda. I do have a number of safety settings for the engine.
Yeah.
Protection settings, I mean. I also use a readout on the dash. It reads exactly what's going on in the computer at all times, so it tells us our real AFR, our real intake temperature, our engine temperature, and so on.
Let's talk about the suspension. So on a stock Fiat X1 is it independent suspension?
It's independent four-wheel suspension. Stock X1 did not come with anything adjustable. It was purely a self-contained
strut unit.
Strut unit. Yeah. That's right. So the upgrade I did to this car is very simple. Just a replaceable strut unit.
Whoa.
That goes into a coilover system.
Right.
So I can remove, adjust, and change the springs. I can adjust the ride height. Right. And with the insert that I'm using, K20 insert, I can also adjust the rebound and so forth. So I can tune it for a track. I can tune it for a leisure drive or just around town.
It has a very Miata-like feeling, very stuck to the road feeling. I feel like I'm in a Miata almost. I mean, it has a little more punch, obviously, with the supercharger, but it feels good.
You know, this car came with a 4-speed transmission.
Right.
It's upgraded to a 6-speed with the K20
Oh, that's right. So you have to put the transaxle in with the motor.
That's right.
Yeah.
So it's not a simple engine swap. It's a complete drivetrain swap.
Yeah.
So it means that custom axles, custom shifting linkage.
Is this probably the most common engine swap for an X1
Not at all.
Oh no.
The more popular engine swap was a turbo, B-turbo engine. That you can't find here in the U.S. You can find them in Europe. They're also Fiat engines.
Right.
And they're a turbo setup, 1600 cc.
And is that a bolt-in? Like a bolt-in motor? Or do
relatively, yeah. And it's an engine only. You don't have to swap the transmission.
Right. I guess some Italian purists might have a problem with putting a Japanese motor in an Italian mark.
That is the Fiat X1 community. They're more about performance and how fun to drive the cars are. They're always up for something new and cool and challenging.
Right.
So I don't hear it from them nearly as much as I do from the other folks.
Most expensive zip code in the country, Woodside, California, right here. So always a good place for car spotting. For example, Tesla Roadster. You don't see many of those around anymore.
Typically 100 is at about 3 ratio. This is the natural, I want to shift up. But,
make sure you subscribe. And as soon as my arm gets better, I'll be working on my Miata and be uploading some boosted Miata videos about my Miata. So be sure to subscribe and check out those videos, and I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.